Hello Cancer, welcome back to the channel and welcome to your next reading. This is going to be general, it is going to be timeless, so whenever you find it, it is for you. For reference though, we are officially in spring, so we will be using the Beltane Seasons of the Witch Oracle today. Finally again, I love it so much. I'm so excited for spring, for Aries season, for the cardinal energy, for the transformation, for the newness to come in. We are one season closer to our own, which we all know is the best one. Your first card out, your current energy that you are in right now, Four of Swords. You are taking time to reconnect or connect deeper with spirit, taking time. Maybe you got out of a meditation practice that you had previously set up. You got out of a yoga practice, some sort of mindfulness practice. I see you leaning back into, I see you embracing, maybe even, implementing it into your work, if that applies for you, like in your workspace. Maybe you're just taking like a few minutes before you, like as when you sit down at your desk, you're just taking 2, 3, 5 minutes to like focus, to organize your day, to plan out your day, to just kind of be with yourself before you start all of the chaos that kind of goes on within your work day. I see a lot of stuff coming at you from a lot of different angles. You could have started a new job recently and you're still trying to get the hang of it. It's a very demanding job, maybe one that even requires you to learn a new language. Maybe you have like a language barrier with the people that you are trying to work with or working with. So you're like trying to overcome a language barrier. I just feel like there's a lot coming at you at once. And not that you can't handle it, because I know you can, but I feel like you're needing to implement these. Like, I need a pause, guys. I need a timeout. I'm going to close my office door for a minute. Please don't let anybody come in here. I just need a minute. And I see you setting those boundaries, and it's going to help you a lot, because if you just keep letting people do whatever, say whatever, whenever, it's going to be too much. It's going to be way more than you need to take on. I really see you kind of setting boundaries around your mental space is what I'm getting. Like, when you need a second, you're gonna take it. When you need a minute, you're gonna take it. If you need a minute to like go on a walk, get your mind right, get some fresh air, you're gonna do it. I don't see you compromising your own mental health, your own mental wellness for anybody or anything, including a job, no matter how well it pays you. What's crossing you right now? A very immature air sign, probably a Libra. In and out, back and forth. They are with you one day, and the next day they're not speaking to you. You don't see them for 3 days. They pop back up like nothing happens. They still expect you to sleep with them. They still expect you to be open and all of the things that you were previously, and you're like, no. And I see you setting boundaries with this person in this relationship as well. If this is someone who is like living with you, maybe because they have nowhere else to go, because you guys you cohabitate together. I see you, but okay, so the thing about this person, they're very in and out, right? They're very hot and cold. They're very much all about you one day and then completely off the map for however long they feel the need to. This is very Libra energy. Gemini, Aquarius, they do act like this as well, mostly Gemini, but Libras are very notorious for this. They say one thing and then they do the complete opposite. They say one thing like, oh yeah, we're going to do this, this, and this, and when the time rolls around, they're like, no, we're not doing that. And it's like, it's so confusing. It is so opposite of what you need. You need stability, you need clarity, you need security. They don't offer you any of that. So yes, that is a challenge for you right now. How do I set boundaries with this person? It also feels like you've set boundaries over and over and over again. Maybe you've asked this person to move out. They move out. Something, it's like, can I crash on your couch tonight? Yeah, tonight. And then the next night, and then the next night, and they just kind of stop asking, and then they're just there again. Like, what the fuck? Reaffirm those boundaries, and then the next time that they ask if they can do the thing, crash on your couch? Can I sleep over? I don't have anywhere to go. Can I come over and do my laundry? Blah, 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 blah. You're unavailable. No, I'm sorry, you cannot. Like, it's just not in me anymore to keep giving to you. I feel like you're giving way too much of your peace to this situation. It's time to cut it off for once and for all. If that causes them pain, if that causes them confusion, if that causes them distress, that is not any of your concern, because keeping this situation as it is causing you all of those things. So it's like, you or me? Am I the one that's going to be confused and distressed and distraught and all of these things, or is it going to be you? Because eventually you'll get over it, right? They will get over it. I meant like you were talking to them, you'll get over it. But if you keep yourself and them in this cycle, you're going to keep hurting yourself, and it's going to keep hurting them over and over and over again too. Because if you keep cutting it off and you're like, God damn it, I already broke up with this person. How are we like still in this cycle? Like, how are we still da-da-da-da-da? It's going to keep happening until you reaffirm those boundaries and you don't let them cross them in any capacity. And I know that seems harsh, and I know it's going to hurt. It'll probably hurt you to see them hurting, but it will bring you more peace than you can ever fathom. Like, you have to do it. Otherwise, the chaos cycle is going to continue indefinitely. Indefinitely. Because they could do this all the time. What do you mean? They have their cake and they're eating it too. They can come over to your house and they can eat up all your food, and they can make it messy and not do anything, and they can do whatever, bum out, use your TV, use your whatever, and then just bounce when they want to. No consequences, no explanation. They can go be with someone else if they want. Go climb in their bed if they want. And then just come back with, what? No. Not doing it. Not doing it. We need emotionally available, emotionally stable people, relationships, partnerships moving forward. This person is the complete opposite of that. The complete opposite of that. Your recent past. See, this is indicative of you getting a job. There was some sort of victory. You threw your hat in the ring for something. There was a lot of competition. You're the one that got it. You're the victor. You're the person that got the job is what I'm getting. There could have been a situation where it was you got this job and you heard someone over you heard them, whoever, speaking about how many people applied for the job, and you're the one that ended up with it, and that feels really, really fucking good, I must say. Moving on into the future energy, the world. You've got the whole world in your hands. You've got the whole world in your hands. You've got the whole world in your hands. Yes, you do. You have the whole world in your hands. You could be planning trips. You could be thinking maybe of taking up like more travel that's too many spirits, sorry. Taking up travel at your job and your position. Maybe you're transitioning into a space where you can travel more, where you can do more, where you can take on more. I feel like that is only going to come once you set all of these really firm boundaries. Because you can't drag all this unstable, chaotic, in and out, doing before they think, overthinking everything. This person is very in their head. They talk themselves in and out of things all the time. They flip-flop on things all the time. Just chaotic energy. Chaotic. And you're not going to get to this place of stability and having the world and having all of these things, completing all of these cycles, until you put a stop to this energy and stop allowing it to come back in and out and in and out. Because it can't be flighty if you don't allow it. It's just going to be out all the time. If you're out, stay out. Don't come back. What else is here for Cancer? What else is here for Cancer? Spirit, the Hierophant wanted to pop up. Do a little surprise visit. Oh. Okay. Yes. In your mind space right now, your focus is on stability. Your focus is on a firm foundation, one of trust, one of loyalty, communication, emotional availability, someone who is there for you every single time they say they're going to be there. They are not flighty. They are not flaky. They are not in and out. They are none of those things. They are, whoa, that's a lot. They are very stable. And that is what you're putting your energy into. I don't see you entertaining anything that is less than this. Anything that is less than marriage, a future, a firm foundation, celebration, having fun, lightheartedness. I don't see you entertaining anything outside of this anymore. I feel like you have for a very long time because you've been working through some very long-standing traumas, issues, beliefs, things that have been holding you back, and seeing yourself in a lesser light. Oh, well, this person. They're the only person that's ever going to love me. I'm never going to find anybody that loves me the way that they do, that wants to be with me. I'm just a potato. Who would want to be with me? Those are the kinds of things that you're finally washing away and rewriting. You're seeing yourself through the lens that everybody else sees you through. You could have been hearing your entire life how beautiful you are, how stunning you are, how intoxicating your beauty is, but when you look in the mirror, you see a hairy, lumpy, bumpy, dumpy, whatever. That, I feel like, is changing. And so the people that you surround yourself with are going to change. The people that you allow into your life are going to change. The people who are attracted to you is going to change. The people who you attract is going to change. It's all changing because of how you see yourself is changing. You could have bought into this whole, if you were in abusive relationships, you could have bought into this whole narrative that I was just saying, I'm the only one that's ever going to love you. You're never going to get any better than me, blah, 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 blah. That could have been things that people have told you. And you could have believed it. You're not buying it anymore. I don't believe you. You've always known deep, deep, deep down inside that wasn't true. That you're amazing, that you are kind of the epitome of the perfect partner. You're very loving, you're very nurturing, you're very caring, very supportive. You're not ride or die. I can't stand that term because that implies that you will do whatever without asking questions, that you take your team's side no matter what, even if they're in the wrong, and that's not you. You're going to stand up for what's right and what's wrong. And if the people in your corner are doing something wrong, you're going to tell them. And you're not going to go along with it. No, sir, I will not do that. No, ma'am, I am not doing that because that's not right. I'm not going to go jump that person because X, Y, Z because you want me to. Not doing it, not having it. You are focused on the future. You're focused on your stability, your foundation. Building something so solid within yourself that it cannot be shaken. And when you bring someone in, because I see a lot of you are single, that's what I'm getting. And when you bring someone back into the picture, back into your life, it has to be something that makes it better, because your life is pretty fucking awesome, if I do say so myself. So you need someone who adds to it, not sucks everything out of you, sucks the energy out of you. Your resources, I'm getting, this person is a user, whether they want to be or not, whether they realize it or not. They have been using you. They have been using your resources. You could have been supporting them for a very long time. Moving forward, you are only going to entertain and even attract into your sphere people who are on your level and who can add to your resources, not deplete them. And your subconscious. Your subconscious supports you so unconditionally and so lovingly, and is so ready to celebrate you and all of your accomplishments and all of the things that you have to celebrate. Birthday season that's coming up, your subconscious is just so ready to kind of put you on a pedestal and pour into you and allow you to be poured into. That's what you're accepting in your life, is for people to be reciprocal with their friendship, with their energy, with their words, again, with their resources. You are a very generous person. You are going to be coming into contact with people that are just as generous, just as loving, and just as caring as you. I had someone say to me once, and this was someone who I didn't think knew me very well. It was someone at a previous job who came up to me one day and was like, I was a supervisor at the time, and I was giving someone something. They forgot whatever, a jacket. I don't know what it was. And I gave them one, and someone walked up to me and was like, "You're always taking care of everybody else. I hope one day you find someone to take care of you." And it kind of struck me because, for one, I didn't think, like, I don't really know this person. They don't know anything about my life. They don't know my history. They just see how I interact with people, and they picked up on that. It really, really struck me, and it stuck with me because they were right. I do deserve someone to pour into me as much as I pour into them, to take care of me. And you do as well. I feel like you are the same way. You're very caring. You're very loving. You're very supportive. That's what your subconscious is now attracting. It's no more one-sided. It's no more you thinking about other people and wanting to include them when you yourself get excluded. I'm hearing this, like you're planning a party, you're planning some sort of dinner or something, and you're thinking about all the people that you're inviting. Maybe you're talking to someone about it and like, well, I don't want them to feel excluded. And their rebuttal is, they exclude you all the time. You're excluded all the time. But that's not who you are. You know what that feels like to be excluded, so of course you're not going to exclude other people. It doesn't matter if they do it to you all the time, even if it's your family. I'm getting for a lot of you, it's your family. You're excluded from a lot of things. A lot. It's probably more than you realize. And while you can be hurt by that, and you can be vengeful and hold a grudge, and when you finally are able to throw these extravagant parties and trips and whatever, you're not going to exclude anybody, even though you could, and everybody would be like, yeah, they deserve that. They exclude you all the time. You're not going to. Because your love is unconditional. Your love is unconditional. I don't know how else to say it. Advice from Spirit. Let's keep moving. Advice from Spirit. You're carrying a lot of burdens. Too many burdens. A lot of which are not yours. So it's time to decide what goes and what stays, what you're keeping, what you're hanging on to, what's important, and let everything else fall. You need to prioritize, because if you don't, everything's going to fall. Okay? So lay down some of the loads, please. That's too many, Spirit. 3 more cards for Cancer, please, to wrap up this reading. 3 more cards for Cancer to wrap up this reading. There's that Justice, that Libra energy. So sick of it. The only thing it's good for is balancing the scales, bringing justice where justice is needed. Again, balancing the scales. If something's been lopsided, that's what justice is good for. All right. What else is here for Cancer, please? Cancer, Spirit, Cancer. What do they need to know? Most accurate and relevant messages for them at this time. What do they need to know? What is this energy around you? Oof. This person, likely, people that are no longer in your energetic field, that are being kind of naturally pushed out, are going to feel very left out. They're going to feel very excluded. That is not your burden to bear. That is not your... Oh, fuck me. That is not your cross to bear. You're not actively trying to exclude anyone except for probably this person, and that could be who is feeling left out in the cold. They're feeling like they don't have enough. They're short on money. They don't have a place to live, probably. I don't know. But that is not your problem. That is not for you to solve. That is not for you to fix. It's just not. It's not. It's not. Hopes and fears, Justice. You want those scales to balance. You want any energetic karma that you have put in. You want it to come back to you. You want these scales to balance out. I've put so much into this person, into this situation, into this job. I am now ready to receive as much as I've put into it, and you will be. It will be balancing it out. It will be balancing out. The outcome for this, the 8 of Pentacles, you're focused on yourself, you're focused on your work, you're focused on your family, you're focused on, again, your future, your stability, your coins. You're turning this, I feel like this energy has been you in the past. You could have even actually been homeless. You're turning this lack into something magnificent. You're turning it into a 10 of Pentacles. I know the 10 of Pentacles isn't here, but it doesn't have to be for me to feel it, for me to speak on it. I see you going from a very kind of limited mindset to very abundant, very prosperous, very financially stable, very emotionally stable as well. I just want one card. Sorry, I'm going to put those back. This is a very new deck. I just got it. I actually never used it on camera before. I used it to draw a card for myself last night. But they are very new and they still stick together. So I'm going to do my best to just get one card. Let's do some oracle cards for Cancer Spirit. Wrap this reading up. Put a nice little bow on it for them. Kind of conclude everything. What do we have for Cancer, please, Spirit? What do we have for Cancer? This is the Wild Mystic Oracle deck. And I will be reading from the book like I do on all of my oracle decks because I feel like the messages are very potent and important, and the authors put a lot of time into the meaning of these cards. So I will be reading their words to give you your message. All right. Okay, we'll go with that one. Grow. And then heal on the bottom of the deck. Grow and heal. Yes, I love it. I want to do one of these too. It can be a little bit longer reading, but that's okay. Seasons of the Witch, Beltane Oracle. One card for Cancer, please, Spirit. One card for Cancer. One card for Cancer, please, Spirit. One card for Cancer. B, as in B-E-E. The very first card in this deck. I love it. All right. Let's read about grow. Well, these are salamanders. Okay. This card represents growth from destruction, like a sapling growing out of the ashes of a wildfire. Despite being an amphibious creature, the salamander has long been associated with the element of fire in myths and lore spanning back to ancient Greece. The origin of this connection is often disputed, with some believing it may stem from salamanders who hibernated in rotting logs, only to burst forth when the logs were taken indoors and burned. Ah, that makes sense. This gave the illusion that these creatures were born from flame, while they are in fact cold-blooded and, contrary to wives' tales, not flame retardant. This association with heat and fire persisted. Salamanders, like some reptiles, are capable of regrowing certain limbs after an accident. The salamander card may signify hope and recovery after a difficult time. While the symbol of fire can be one of destruction and harm, it also represents the heat of the hearth and the warmth of the home and the light in the darkness. The type of growth that the salamander card evokes is regrowth from a period of difficulty or tumultuous upheaval or traumatic experience. Those words remind me of tower moments. We don't have a tower card here. You don't have any tower moments. Have you in the past? Yes, absolutely. And this is the growth and this is the beauty that comes from it. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. This is your comeback, your time to shine, your glow up. And I feel like the people in your life, because again, if you got a new job, these people might not even realize how much trauma and turmoil, you've been through, but they're going to see you just like I feel like aesthetically glowing, like getting a haircut, cut, color, dye, the whole 9 yards, nails, lashes, skincare routines, workout routines. I just see your aesthetic kind of being irresistible to a lot of people, and they're not going to know the backstory. They're not going to know how long it took you to get here. They're just going to see the beauty, and they're going to bask in it. Correspondences: fire, flora, fire poppy, mesquite, lotus, and patchouli. Stones: carnelian, emerald, agate, green. I don't know how to say these words. Sorry. Spell work: encourage new growth after a disastrous situation. Fire magic, candle magic. That's why this is burning, to call everybody to this reading, to it, to provide everybody watching this reading with clarity, with purity, pure thoughts, clear minds. Protecting or recovering from a destructive force. Garden magic. I love that. Garden magic. I love that. I need to start a garden. All right, let's read about B. Possibilities. Don't drink all the life from one flower, for there are many to taste and many to explore. Oof. Every day, thousands and thousands of hardworking bees travel miles in search of pollen to bring back to the hive as nourishment. Perhaps bee would rather stay inside the hive out of fear of being a tiny little creature in a big wide world, but bee knows it cannot build without the right resources, and that it must be willing to leave the comforts of home in search of more. B has sought you out today to remind you to be willing to put yourself out there. The universe will provide for your needs, but you must be willing to step outside the box. There is never just one source, and always many possibilities waiting for you. One lost opportunity will be replaced by another, but perhaps wrapped in different packaging. And one relationship gone will be filled with the love of someone who can better attend to your needs, even if this new love is the exact opposite of your usual type. Just as bee travels from flower to flower, you too may need to try different avenues and trust your inner wings to guide you until your potential is distributed to the right place. As you reach beyond your familiar boundaries, you will begin to expand your idea of what is good, right, and possible. The further you extend yourself, the more resources, tools, and people and opportunities you shall find. B reminds you to keep an open mind, as doing what you've always done will get you what you already have. Consider avenues you would never dream of embracing. You may find a whole new field of flowers from which to pick. The additional Beltane animals. The eagle is a symbol of soaring new heights, expansion. Why is it telling me this? We're reading about B, that's all. That's all we care about right now. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Go expand your horizons, grow yourself, explore new fields. If you see poppies, that is a sign from the universe that I was going to say that you're on the right track, but maybe that's not the sign that you need. I feel like poppies are going to be significant, especially orange poppies are going to be significant for you very soon, if not right now. Alright, guys, I love you all so very much. Eagles as well. Sorry, I just want to say that. Eagles. Alright, I love you guys so very much. I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.